Ashley and Drew, the morning routine on The Point 94.1.
I've been listening to this guy sing parody songs since the early 80s. Really started really early. But this is Weird Al Yankovic's latest single, a parody of Pharrell's Happy, which is on Despicable Me's soundtrack. It's called Tacky. The video is hilarious. A lot of cameos are in the video. You got to check it out. We'll post it at facebook.com/pointmornings. But we are extremely honored right now to have on the phone with us Weird Al Yankovic.
Well, thank you.
You are very welcome. So you have been a very busy guy, obviously, because you have already recorded 8 videos for this new album of yours called Mandatory Fine. I've seen Tacky, and
Right.
It's awesome, and I love the cameos.
Oh, thanks. That was a lot of fun. We shot that last month at a theater in downtown Los Angeles with Jack Black and Aisha Tyler, Margaret Cho, Eric Stonestreet, Kristen Shaw. And it was a one-take video, so we rehearsed it a few times and got through it, and amazingly, nobody fell over or fell down the stairs, and it all seemed to work out.
You know, people say this to us all the time, and we look at each other like, yeah, right. We hear, you have the funnest job, the most fun job there is. I wish we could do what you do. You really do seem like you have the best job out there, and it has to be a lot of fun. I know there are always going to be those ups and downs of people telling you can't do this and you can't do that, but it's got to be a blast, at least most of the time, right?
It is. You know, I realize that, and I'm extremely grateful, and every day I'm thankful I still get to do this for a living. I kind of created this job for myself, and I can't imagine anything else I'd rather be doing.
Yeah, that kind of leads to something I was thinking about earlier today. Did you actually pursue this music parody career, or did it just kind of happen for you? Because I know as a young guy you would do these parodies, but did you ever think it would take you anywhere?
No, not at all. It was all for grins. I mean, I would send tapes into the Dr. Demento radio show, and he'd play them on the air. And it was just to amuse myself and to get, played on the radio. I thought, oh, that's really cool. And it was just something I did in my spare time. And I never thought that I'd have any kind of, showbiz career or would do anything remotely involved with the music business. So when things finally started getting more and more serious, I had to take notice. I think I finally quit my day job the day that I saw my name on the Hot 100 on the Billboard chart. And I thought, okay, I better get serious about this now.
I would be right there with you. We were talking about this earlier. Do you think that somebody could take off with the music parody career in the way that you did now in the days of social media?
Absolutely. I mean, YouTube has made many stars over the last few years. So I didn't have YouTube starting out, and thankfully I had Dr. Demento. But now it's a level playing field. I mean, anybody can upload their material, their videos onto YouTube and portals like that. And if it's good, people will find out about it. Talent gets noticed. So there are a lot of opportunities for people now.
Well, again, we're talking to Weird Al, and you've had a ton of success, though. I mean, you've had hit records. You've been a multi-Grammy Award winner, and this is your 14th studio album. Again, Mandatory Fun, available in stores. It's just amazing. And we were talking earlier because we weren't sure what the laws were, and I kind of looked it up and saw that you can pretty much record anybody's song, and it's not really against the law, right?
Yeah, I mean, I always get permission because, I'm fond of saying, it's a gray area. I can get away with it, but I just don't want drama. I don't want any hurt feelings. I don't want anybody mad at me because I did a parody of their song. So I always approach the original artist and get them to sign off on it so that they feel like they're in on the joke.
You're like, I want it in paper. I want you to put your name right here that said, yes, you said I could do it.
It's so ethical, which is so weird to hear. It's like a foreign language in entertainment these days,
Well, also, when you're doing parodies of rap songs, you just never want to be involved in a drive-by shooting. That's never, ever fun.
There was a little bit of drama with Coolio and Eminem, right? And Eminem just does not seem like a fun guy whatsoever.
Well, Coolio, for one thing, I mean, that was 1996. So there's been some water under the bridge, and Coolio has since publicly come out and apologized and said that he overreacted and that he's fine, and that's great. And the thing with Eminem was just, I'm not sure what happened there, but he allowed me to do the song on the album, but he was afraid of me doing a video for that, so he didn't want to let me do a video.
Yeah, just like it wasn't his image.
So I kind
Whatever
of
that
don't
means.
understand that, but I mean, that was his prerogative. I just kind of didn't get the logic there.
We're going to have to take a break real quick, but want to come back and talk to you just a little bit more. It's Weird Al Yankovic.
The morning routine with Ashley and Drew on The Point.
All right, let's boot it up.
94.1.
We're really excited this morning. We have Weird Al Yankovic on the phone. He has a bunch of new parody songs that are out on his new album, 14th album. It is called Mandatory Fine. Here's a version of Pharrell's Happy that he has covered. It's called Tacky, and you got to see the video. It's out now. We're posting it at facebook.com/pointmornings. But Weird Al on the phone, and Weird Al, I want to know how you come up with all of these hilarious ideas for your parody songs. And do you hear a song and just automatically start changing all the lyrics to it?
Oh, that happens on occasion, but more often than not, I just whenever I write my songs, it's a long, drawn-out analytical process. So I don't usually start freestyling while I'm listening to the radio.
I imagine that there has to be those cases where you hear a song and you just come up with an idea like, where in the world did that come from?
Yeah, I've got a pretty sick brain, so sometimes those ideas come out.
Well, that's why we love you. You obviously have a sick brain, and everybody embraces it.
Ashley here has just gotten into the parody song business within the past
really?
few weeks, so I've got to brag on you a little bit.
It is addictive.
Yeah.
Well, what have you done?
Well, we took the selfie song and changed it from let me take a selfie to let me take a milfie, which is a mom selfie or an old woman selfie. And we
Okay.
recorded a music video for that, too. So I thought, well, I'm going to give this a shot. But the thing is, I was saying every time you hear a song, do you want to change the lyrics? Because now I do. I want to be like, what can we do with this one?
Yeah,
So-
I can certainly turn off that part of my brain. I'm not always listening to a song on the radio and going, oh, how can I mess this one up? You know, I'm a music fan, so I can certainly just listen for enjoyment and not always be twisting stuff around. But I got to watch myself because my brain works in strange ways.
Again, talking to Weird Al about the new album. It's his 14th studio album called Mandatory Fun, and also be looking out for those videos. It's 8 videos in 8 days. So what's coming up next?
Then the rest of it is a secret. I can't tell you.
Oh, okay. So these are all big secrets. So we'll know what is released. We'll be looking for it tomorrow. And it's on several different websites you've kind of teamed up with, right?
Yeah. The Tacky video was through Nerdist, the Nerdist channel. Tomorrow, well, there's different websites. I mean, Funny or Die's got one. College Humor's got one. We've partnered with a lot of different people. But if to save confusion, WeirdAl.com has got all the videos together in one place. So if you want to see any of the videos or all of the videos from this week, WeirdAl.com is your one-stop shop.
On social media, it seems as though Tacky has really taken off.
It is. I was checking my Twitter feed today, and it was blowing up. People seem to really like it.
Yeah, it is. It is great. And the appearances, of course, Jack Black is always great. He is
Oh, he's
hilarious.
wonderful.
Yeah. Well, the album is great. I have to say, one of my favorite, though, is Now That's What I Call Polka.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
It's always a favorite.
You know, I have to do the polka medleys because, I tried leaving the polka medley off an album
Oh,
once
no,
or
no,
twice.
no.
And no. People were running wild in the streets. They were rioting. They would not stand for that. So I learned my lesson.
Yeah, it's great. It is so much fun. We were jamming to it in the office.
Yeah, we were.
I mean, it's just great to hear these popular songs polka-fied. And
I think Miley Cyrus sounds a little bit better polka-fied.
it does. It's so
honestly
much better.
does.
It's so much better that we were like, this is a great song. What is this? We barely recognized
the Kesha
it.
song, too, is by
Yeah.
far superior.
So great. So the accordion, though, you've been playing that since you were just a little kid.
Yeah, I grew up playing the accordion. I took lessons for 3 years when I was but a child, and I found out that I couldn't play in my friends' rock bands. They didn't seem to have a need for an accordion player, so I kind of had to find my own path in life.
Wow. I was telling Drew, talking about your past, he was surprised to know that you skipped some grades through school. It seems like there are a lot of comedians, really funny people, or really smart people, and you seem to be one of those people. You have a degree in architecture, right? Or did you finish?
No, I got my degree in
Got your
architecture.
degree?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah,
When I write a
just
song
smart
like White and Nerdy, that comes from personal experience. I was a prototypical nerd. I graduated from high school when I was 16 years old. I was a valedictorian, and I was one of those kind of kids you would copy off of in math class and then beat up at recess.
Yeah, but you were funny, right? So people had to love that.
I guess. I mean,
You're like, maybe, I don't know.
They threw me in the trash can, like, but I'm funny.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
understand.
We're throwing you in the trash can, and we think it's hilarious. Okay, well, get the new album. Again, it is called Mandatory Fun in stores, and so glad that you've come out with another one so you can, you can make us all laugh, just as we always do. Since when? When was it? First one came out in 1981?
Well, first album 83, but
83?
my first singles came out in, I think My Baloney came out in 79.
Wow.
Crying out loud.
Gosh.
Wow.
You've been doing it for a long time, and you know, when you have longevity, it means you're good at it and people love you.
Well, thank you.
All right. Well, much luck on this new album, Mandatory Fun, and we're going to have to play a couple of tracks off of this, and really appreciate you taking time to talk to us. Again, Weird Al.
Thank you so much. Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
The Morning Routine with Ashley and Drew. It's everywhere you want to be. On The Point 94.1.